an endless supply of food. It's incredible. Welcome back to my garden. Today we have something really important to do, something that often gets forgotten about, but this is a huge step in creating a self-sufficient, sustainable homestead, and that is saving seeds. So I've got quite a few seeds that are ready to be saved, ready to be harvested to dry further so I can grow heaps more plants next year. And if you are new here, yes, I am in Australia. The crows definitely give that away. I am creating my own self-sufficient-ish homestead here in Perth, Australia. If that is something that you're interested in learning how to grow, cook and preserve your own food at home, then definitely hit subscribe and let's go save some seeds. Okay, so first up here I've got some onion flowers that are ready to be harvested and the seeds saved. So onion flowers are actually edible and delicious when they are young and the flowers are just bursting out. They have a really delicious onion flavour and they are amazing on top of salads, on top of stir fries, all the things. But these ones are getting old now. They are definitely not something that you want to eat. Those crows. So we'll harvest them and get them ready for drying and saving. So with this onion flower you can see the tiny little black spots that are in there. Those are the seeds. So the seeds are inside the little flowers. So once these are fully dry, some of them are drier than others, I can shake out all those little black seeds and save them. And each one of those little black seeds is a new onion. So obviously in my hands right now I have a whole lot of onions. So over here we've got lemon balm. So this is just in a container garden here and it's all gone to flower. So soon I'll be harvesting these. I'm going to let them go a little bit longer just to make sure that the seeds are fully mature. So I want to see some browning off on there, I think, before I harvest these. But each one of these little flowers will have seeds in it. So this is an onion flower that is just about to burst into flower, so it's still got little buds. So this one's not ready to save for seeds yet because I need to wait till the flowers are finished and it starts to dry off so that I know that the seeds are fully matured before I harvest it. So next up over here we've got, this is lemon verbena. So this one has dried off now, so I'm going to harvest this. This is what the flowers look like when they first open. So they're tiny little flowers, and then inside these flowers is heaps of lemon verbena seeds. So I'm going to harvest these. See if you can see any. They're going to be so tiny. So I'll just see if I can find any. So you can see tiny little seeds in there. You can see a couple of green ones and then a couple of black ones because some of them aren't fully dried yet, so they need more time to dry off and mature. So all the ones that are brown like this, that are all starting to dry off, I'm going to harvest these and let them dry off inside. The ones that have still got flowers on, I'm going to let them mature, and then we're going to get a whole lot of tiny lemon verbena seeds. So this is the hollyhock, and each of these has now, these were flowers, they're now finished, and they are where all the seeds are. So I'm just going to harvest off all the browner ones The green ones I'll just leave on for a few more days because we're not getting any rain, so it won't matter too much. The longer I leave them on, the more mature I know they'll be, so they'll be have more success at being viable seeds. And these are calendula seeds, so you can see this one here that is dried, those ones are probably got to start growing. But these ones here, the green ones, are not quite ready yet. But I can probably harvest these and let them dry off because some of them are getting eaten by caterpillars. So probably pick a few of these and that one. So also what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them in brown paper bags and write what they are and if I'm wanting to save a specific colour. So I don't tend to save things on colours, I just throw like all my calendula seeds will go in all different colours, all the hollyhocks in different colours. But if you were wanting to save, you know, specifically the white hollyhocks or a peach calendula, then I'd write that on there and separate them out. And these brown paper bags are pretty good because they are breathable and I just loosely leave them in there until they are dry, or if they are quite wet seeds, like pretty green, I might leave them on a plate to dry and then pop them back in these bags. But while I'm harvesting them out, so they're not going to get all lost in my basket, I'm going to put the little seeds in here. We've got more calendulas saved out the front, so that's the container gardens pretty much sorted at the moment. That's the onions, lemon verbena and calendula. I think that's all. So let's go out the front to my raised garden beds and see what we can find. There's not a whole lot out there because a lot of it is new, fresh, young seedlings, but there's definitely a few more onions and things that I need to save the seeds from. As you can see, I've got heaps more tomatoes. These are going into my pallet planters. There's heaps of room in there now. I've cleaned out some stuff. There's still some chard that needs to come out, but some of it's still really good, so I'm still trying to eat my way through it before I get these in. And these are still quite small, so they can take a little bit longer in the pots. Alright, so now we're at the front in my raised veggie patch, and we've got some calendula, lots of new stuff in here, but also some flowers that are ready to be harvested for seed. So we've got some pansies, some calendula, maybe some hollyhock, poppies, maybe a few poppies. These have been getting eaten by caterpillars, so I'm just checking that I'm not taking any caterpillars with me because I don't really want them. Not into saving caterpillars to grow next year. So you can see in here some of the seeds are actually missing. Because the little caterpillars have been munching on them. So I do need to get in and harvest much of these as I can. So in here we've got some pansies, and a lot of these have dried off and are ready to be harvested for seed. So I will get another bag out and write on that so I know what's in there. I've already got some pansies popping up new pansies popping up where some of the seeds have fallen, which I love that. So you can see there's nothing. So this one's got nothing in it, so I'm just checking to make sure that there's a little seed pod in the middle, because there's no point saving. There's no seeds. This one still has got the little centerpiece in here, so that just needs to dry out. So this beetroot is about to go to seed. You can see in the centre there it's sending up a flower, so once that's finished and starting to dry off, I can harvest that and save the beetroot seeds. So I'm just going to leave that for a bit longer. Getting hot out here. Alright, so down here we have the mother load of radish seeds. There's so many radish seeds here, so I'm going to harvest a few of them. Some of them are starting to go brown, so definitely harvest those. Some I might leave a bit longer. Looks like there's quite a few hollyhock maybe as well. But yeah, like that is all radish seeds. So these ones down here that are starting to go brown, I'm going to harvest those. Let's get a bag for them. So I might just leave the rest of these on here a little bit longer to go brown before I harvest them. So this one is a type of spinach. It's like a red leafed spinach. And it's definitely ready to be harvested. So I've just left the roots in the ground there to die down and feed the soil rather than disturbing any of the soil. I try and leave it all as it is and chop and drop as much as I can and leave the roots in the ground. So yeah, there's obviously lots of seeds still on the ground which will hopefully regrow next year when the time is right. And we're done, something that I've been putting off for way too long. There's still obviously some seeds that are left behind to continue to dry out and mature, but isn't that just amazing, like how much food we've actually just harvested, potential food off just a couple plants. Like that one plant of spinach had hundreds of seeds. That is so much food. It amazes me every time, and I just can't believe how generous these plants are and how easy it is to grow your own food, save seeds, and have, you know, an endless supply of food. It's incredible.